Welcome to what is a somber occasion, but one that we can make kind of fun for the Ultimate Warrior WWE 2K14 Memorial Tournament. These participants were chosen by the Pro Wrestling Board of Game FAQs. I don't say Game Facts, I say Game FAQs. And should be a good time. Some of them are weird. My criteria for who was going to be in this, what I gave the PWB was they had to either be a power wrestler in quotes, wear face paint, have tassels and or fringe, or be a former opponent of the Ultimate Warrior. Now, some of these are a stretch. I don't know if Samoa Joe's really a power wrestler. I don't know about that. I think he's had fringe on him before, so whatever. Anyway, the only person I selected personally for this tournament was Tyler Breeze, which is awesome. So let's get on to it. I don't know how this mode really works. I've never messed with a tournament mode in this game, so I'm gonna have to select this arena every time, I think, and I apologize, but I don't know how else to do it. It's just a WWF Classic arena. So yeah, and I'm gonna do the opening. All the matches are gonna be on normal, except for the finals, which will be 2 out of 3 on Epic. And I do not know if I'm gonna finish this all tonight. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. So let's do this. I'm gonna mute my mic during entrances. Also, I have a lot of load time for some reason. Not sure why, but my load is taking a long time. I just installed a 100 Creative Wrestler save, and it seemed to slow my game way down. But, whatever. So, I apologize for the long load times. Don't look right at him. Okay, I'm with you, everybody. Sorry, had to handle something. Now I'm here. Okay. Swagger, a power wrestler, I guess. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, his finisher is an ankle lock, so I don't know if that's power, but whatever. I don't really care that much. Come on, Tyler Breeze, take care of this business. And damn you, Game God, Mike. I'm so mad that Gunner is in this tournament. I don't think you understand how terrible it is. And also, he's facing Hawk. Like, that's going to be terrible. That's like the least interesting match that could ever happen, is Road Warrior Hawk versus Gunner. It's going to be fucking terrible. I think it's all pointless anyway. John Cena's going to win the tournament, just stats-wise. I don't see how he doesn't, but we'll see. What? Stupid. Stupid. I don't know if that's a Tyler Breeze move, but whatever. Thing is, when you really think about it, I could not make a Tyler Breeze move set. I don't know what he does. I mean, I know he does a spin wheel kick, but after that, what does he do? He plays with his phone a lot. I don't know. Oh. So, this is running a new save. Just came out by Big Chris Spirito. He seems like kind of a D-bag, but whatever. He put out a pretty good save. Though he put himself on it 3 times. Like, there's 3 slots that are the guy who made the save. And so I'm just overriding those. But. And no, it's not. I'm not just a hater of Gunner. I despise him. Not since Kenny Chaos and Robbie Rage have I disliked a wrestler more than I like Gunner. He's trash. And anyone just joining me, welcome to the WWE 2K14 Ultimate Warrior Memorial Tournament. Honoring the man himself. Maybe I should put like a little... Oh! That was a mistake. No! Not now! Not already! Swagger bomb. Gut wrench. I think that might be it for Tyler Breeze, everybody. Yes. Kicked out. Hello, Super Relics. Super Relics. Super Relics. Whatever. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I knew Game God Mike would be here, so I'm not surprised to see him saying stuff. So I wonder with all the catches Swagger's been doing lately, will the ankle lock be a catch finisher in 2K15? It better be. I need to put a little graphic of the Warrior on the bottom left, don't I? That's what I'll do. I'll go grab one. Oh, that's awesome. I've never seen that, but I've never really used Jack Swagger in this game, so yeah. Damn it. And Tyler Breeze has left the building. Damn it, that was my pick. How could he? Look at his boots. How does he not win this whole thing? Ultimate Warrior is like 90% about fringe. Like, that's like most of it. Damn. We the people, I guess, right? Well, first match down. Damn. What? He says it? I wouldn't have stopped it had I known he would start talking. Damn. This next match, I'm going to throw a little Ultimate Warrior graphic on the corner. We the people. He's like whispering it. Okay. There's the hideous belt for anyone just joining me. Time for Ryback versus Hulk Hogan. This should be something. I went with WrestleMania 6 Hogan, as suggested by someone. So maybe we'll get Swagger against Hogan here. Hate to count Ryback out so early, but I mean, I don't know, man. Rooting for the big guy here, I think. The big guy. So before this tournament, I was trying to import music, and it was not going well. It's way too complicated in this game. Anyway, I'm not talking to you anymore. I'll talk up to And we're on. Here we go. Ryback already throwing down. Oh, I need to turn off my 360 notifications. Whatever. Meet Trauma taking. Also trying to mess with this image so it's not so damn big. I really don't like Ryback's chances here. Not a big deal. So I was watching on the network. I was watching a WCW 2000 pay-per-view because why not? And got to a Hulk Hogan versus Billy Kidman, which is pretty infamous. I mean, people remember that feud from the dying days of WCW. What you don't really think about is in this match, Hulk Hogan sets up a table. And I was thinking to myself, prior to this match, when had Hulk Hogan ever set up a table before? He looked like he had no idea what he was doing. It fell over twice. And I was like, I think this might be the first time Hulk Hogan ever used a table in any way. I think that's pretty astounding. Is it weird that I like Ryback way more now than I did during his initial face push? Like, way more. Like, it's night and day. Maybe I just hate him as the focus and as a face. I like his weird Twitter and stuff like that. Like, that's way more interesting than anything else he did as a face. He's taking it to Hogan. I'm surprised. Trying to make him humble here. I was going to do a better custom arena, but then it just kept looking really tacky when I was trying to do it. And it said this arena looks a little more classy, which is what I really wanted. So, sorry it's not more Ultimate Warrior themed. Shit, I think we might be. Don't just end it in. Okay. I was like, please don't end in just a big boot. Now it's super tiny. Tap, Hogan, tap. And Hogan with a DDT. And setting it up for that big leg drop. That's all she wrote, I think. Done. Thanks for coming, Ryback. Sorry you couldn't get that W. Valiant effort, though, right? Valiant effort. He knew that was done. Maybe Hogan will win. think roster has the most to do with it. And I think what was so cool about it at the time was they put so much work into each character that it felt super special. I think by No Mercy they weren't putting as much work into the individual characters, and you can tell that by like look at their in-ring celebrations when they win. Half of them are doing the same one. I just don't think it ever. I think WrestleMania 2000 they put a lot of work into, and Revenge they did. Of course, they put a lot of work into No Mercy, but they put more work into new match types and stuff than individual character movesets. And I think the reversal system is the best part of the AKI games. The idea of, pro wrestling is built upon momentum, not about catching things. So, like in these games, like these SmackDown games, it gets ruined because you can just spam L and reverse or R rather and reverse the grapple. That's not realistic because no one can build momentum. In the AKI games, it's based on momentum, so you can land a series of moves, and then the other guy will land a series of moves instead of back and forth the whole time. Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 is probably the best one. You're probably right. Like, that probably is the best one. But, like, there's a special place in my heart for Revenge because of how much I truly loved WCW at the time. Still do. Like, I know it's cool to hate them. And fuck Gunner. Gunner's the worst. Ugh. And also, this is the only one that doesn't have a renders. It's fucking Hawk because I had to download him separately. I can't believe I had to download Gunner's damn theme. Like, the fact that it's on my drive makes me sick. He's the... Oh, God. I hate Gunner. He's the worst pro wrestler on TV right now. Easy. No one's even close. He is the worst on TV. I dare someone name someone that's truly worse than him. At least Khali can be funny in a terrible way. There's nothing fun about Gunner. Oh, fucking Gunner. Fuck Gunner. That's going to be my next tournament. The Fuck Gunner Battle Royal. With all the $5 wrestling guys beating the dog shit out of Gunner. Here we go. The modern day Viking. Look how skinny his waist is. I'm talking over this entrance because he's bullshit. Don't get right on that face. It's rough. He looks fine in the ring, but up close he looks rough as shit. Fuck the modern day Viking. Fuck him. He's the worst. The worst. I'm rooting for Hawk. Fuck it. That's like Randy Orton's tattoo on his arm. I don't think it is, but it looks like it. I feel like... I will say my piece after the entrances are over. That's not a bad looking Hawk. I hadn't actually looked at it till now. That ain't bad. Okay. Anyway, fuck Gunner. And also, Because the way the momentum system in the AKI games is a wraparound system. So when you go straight to danger, when you come back, you'll have more momentum. So that you can get beat down and then build back up a comeback. Which is how wrestling works. It's not unbalanced because it's all based on... There is a variable there. Like there is... Kali is not worse than Gunner. Kali is at least... Kali is a 7-foot man whose legs barely work. And I find him... His match with Randy Orton on SmackDown 2 years ago is a better match than Gunner has ever had. That's my personal opinion. His stupid match with James Storm was just them hitting each other with shit. That's not wrestling. And no, at least Mojo Rawley is so bad that it's in a funny way. Like, he's so terrible, and he runs around like a moron. That's funny. Gunner doesn't do shit. There's no wrestler that makes me want to change the channel like him. Gunner is the worst. Anyway, back to AKI discussion. It's a wraparound momentum system, so that allows you to beat a guy down and then him come back around sooner or later. And there's certainly a variable in there. There's a certain amount of randomness, but I think that's a lot better than just getting the timing for something down, and then that's the game. Like once in this game, once you get used to the timing of the reversals, it's very hard to lose. You're right. Kali can't walk very well because he's a 7-foot giant. What is Gunner's excuse? Gunner has no excuse to be as terrible as he is. He's just terrible. Mojo Rawley's only been in this business like a year and a half, 2 years. Gunner's been in here for like a decade. And he still sucks. He's super unlikable. And I know you thought that cage match was good. We talked about it at the time. And I think it was okay at best. James Storm is really good. And it had a lot of furniture in it and violence. So it worked out for the best. But Gunner can't. Gunner is terrible at promos. He has a terrible look. And he can't wrestle. Those are all the combinations of someone I don't want to see. So glad TNA got past the Crimson Gunner phase, but it seems as though they're wrapping back around on Gunner from what I understand. But I haven't watched it in a very long time. They're saying, let's go Soldier. And it's not complete randomness. As in, you have to start building the momentum yourself, but then the variables change, and then once you are in, say, orange and the other guy's in low green, you have a much higher probability of hitting a strong grapple. So thus, you should attempt it, but then there's a chance you're not gonna. So yes, there's a risk-reward thing, but that's more akin to pro wrestling than just timing button presses. I'm really sad that Pro Wrestling X is going to be so bad. Crimson sucked and Gunner sucked. They're in the same level of terrible. But Crimson at least had a decent theme. Send Gunner home. And for the record, Mason Ryan might... Okay, I will cede you that one. Rob Terry had that thing when he first turned face that was kind of funny. That brought me more joy than Gunner ever did. So, I'm putting Rob Terry better than Gunner. Crimson had a better theme, so I'm putting him better than Gunner. Mason Ryan might be the only one that is actually as bad. He has no redeemable qualities. I have no idea why he still has a job. Like, the idea that he has a job and Chris Hero doesn't is insane to me. I had SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, and I don't think I ever touched GM mode. Was it actually good? Or is it like a nostalgia thing? Was it actually super good? Like to the point where I maybe should stream my first version of it to see how it is? See a brawl starting out here. Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole not even watching the match, just talking to each other. Of course. I hate how the AI in this game just runs into the ring as soon as the ref gets to 4. Like, and they just stop whatever they're doing and just sprint. Oh, spear. Oh, shit. Scott Norton style. Done. Get the fuck out, Gunner. You're the worst in this tournament. Thank the Lord you're gone. I missed that entire match because I was ranting about Gunner. Like, that whole match I missed because I was just so infuriated by Gunner's existence. So now, Game God, he's gone. No more Gunner talk. Gunner talk is over. That was the thing I heard about GM mode, is that, like, you could book Triple H or Shawn Michaels in a Hell in a Cell every match, and you would get, like, endless stars. Hashtag goodbye Gunner talk. That's funny. Okay, Kurt Hennig versus the Great Muta. This one's going to be fun, I think. So yeah, I think a GM mode mixed with a universe mode would be fantastic. That's one thing I wish the shows had ratings that I run in universe, but I also think universe is broken in a lot of ways also. But I don't know. They haven't fixed that yet. They could, and hopefully they will. I mean, I know Ukes is still making 2K15, but maybe 2K is overseeing it. Well, get some quality control going instead of them putting out the same old shit that they have been for years. I have no idea where the NWO theme is. Sorry, he doesn't have a theme. Gunner's theme. Hit it. Is your swan song, Gunner. Muta is only 51. So that was your last dose of Gunner, Mike. Is fucking a little bit in Kurt Hennig's entrance. Superfly's entrance works pretty well for Muta. So people in the PWB did not like the final bracket for this tournament, and that's why I think none of these people are here. But I mean, I could have just put this all like 80s guys and whatever, but I thought it'd be more fun to get user input and get everyone selecting some weird guys. Like, as much as I hate Gunner and think it's bullshit that someone picked him just to fuck with me, I'm glad he was here for variety's sake and to see him get destroyed by a half of the tag team. I got Curt Hennig here. No, I have Muta. I think Muta's got this one. How'd that move make it into the game? The cartwheel back elbow. Kelly Kelly. Am I making that up? Is that a Kelly Kelly move? Eve? One of them did it. Not sure which one. That's one of my big complaints with this game, that all the Hurricanranas are Evan Bourne, like, with your heels style. I've barely touched Universe Mode in 2K14. I was gonna, but it just seemed like it's gotten worse over the years instead of better. And I like the idea of being able to manage storyline feuds and title feuds, but I don't know if it works perfectly, and I still think it's crazy that we can't just like set up a card and hit go. Like that I have to edit each match. Like I want to be able to set up a card for a Monday night, hit go, and then all the storyline stuff gets placed within it. Like that would be very nice. Anyone been keeping up with PAX East stuff? I doesn't seem like anything interesting is very happening. Like I've put up some of the Twitch streams and I haven't really seen anything that fun. I'm gonna watch the Giant Bomb live panel tonight. Should be pretty good. I was a little disappointed in Muta's match at that TNA pay-per-view. That was the last time I watched TNA. Was whenever was it Lockdown? Was that it? I thought the match itself was fine, but Muta barely did anything. Now, he's 51, so I get it, but still. You don't get to see Muta a lot, so when you do, you'd like him to do something crazy. Oh. Oh, there's the mist. And then the Shining Wizard. That might be it. Shit. Nah, Curt Hennig ain't done. Does it bother anyone that Muta never got to wrestle a match for the E? Like, he did all that stuff with WCW, and it was pretty great, but he never got to have a real match in the E, and it's kind of a shame, because I think he always talked about, like, a dream of his. Like, Ultimate Dragon showed up basically for WrestleMania. Like, he wanted to do a WrestleMania in his career, and he got to do it. And, yes, everyone makes fun of him for tripping on his cape, but he still got to do the thing he wanted to do. And it's kind of sad that a legend like Muta, who had very much interest in American wrestling, never got to do something on a big stage. I mean, he had some really good matches with some American guys in the NWA, early WCW time, but I'm talking treated like the wrestling royalty that he really is. And that's done. That was a beatdown. Like, that was just a beatdown. I think Buddha's now the favorite. Now, I have damage retention on. So the quicker the match and the less damage these guys take, the better. Speaking of not perfect, I've also turned the corner on Curtis Axel. Hated him at first, but I think Rybaxel's not bad. Like, if you said to me, who would you rather win the tag belts? Rybaxel or Los Matadores? It is Rybaxel every fucking time. It is Bray Wyatt time, everybody. This might be the highest rated segment of the whole thing. So, I'll say before we get into this Bray Wyatt match, and I'll be quiet for a very long entrance. Follow me. Follow this channel. You like wrestling? You like wrestling games? I play them pretty frequently, and I try to do fun things like a tournament, a battle royal. I try to switch up the games. Anyone that was here for the terrible Legends of Wrestling night, that was super fun. When I just spent an entire night basically trying to be Sid Vicious and powerbomb people through tables. It was pretty fantastic. Anyway, so give us a follow. I appreciate it, and let's keep on going. Bray Wyatt. This should be a squash match, but I have a feeling the AI is going to make this not the type of match that we think it should be. Also, Heath Slater barely counts because he wore fringe on his vest. I like your opinions, Worm. I think me and you would get along well. You seem to have pretty decent opinions on wrestling. You see the glory of Rybaxel. Now here's the next question, Worm, if you're similar to my opinions. Did you like Taker's streak ending so randomly? Or do you think it should have been saved for a younger guy? Is that a damn modern-day Viking sign in the crowd? That makes me mad. I saw it. I know I saw it. Yes, Buddha Cat, that is what I wanted to bring up because I agree that I have zero problem with Lesnar ending the streak, but not doing something with him for X amount of time is going to be super difficult. And you just got to hope that momentum carries over to, say, SummerSlam. Because, see, they booked themselves into a problem here. Because coming out of WrestleMania, less people are talking about Daniel Bryan winning the title, which is what people should have been talking about. And more people are talking about the streak ending, because that's a bigger deal. So you can't have Brock Lesnar in the streak and then fight Daniel Bryan, who just won the belt, then win the belt off him. That is doing a disservice to the angle you've been doing and a disservice to Daniel Bryan. But at the same time, you gotta capitalize on that Lesnar momentum, and I think they're trying to give a little bit of it to Cesaro by putting Paul Heyman with him, and kind of give us someone we really like, who is Cesaro, to make us kind of not notice Lesnar's gone for about 3 months when Bryan's probably had a pretty good title run, and then they can take the belt off him. And no, Lesnar will certainly not have a match at Extreme Rules. Speaking of Extreme Rules, War Games, people, War Games. Is it happening? Could it finally, my dream of seeing a War Games match in the WAB finally happen? And even better, it would have the Shield in it. That sounds crazy. I have a feeling that it would not be a dual ring War Games. It would be a single ring. It would be like a WWE-ized match. But at the same time, is that bad? I think that's a good thing. I mean, at least it's different. It certainly seems like they're going maybe in that direction. They keep saying the word war over and over, and they've clearly set up 2 4-man teams. I don't know what else they would be doing with that kind of setup. And I know Triple H is a fan of the idea. I totally agree. I think the Shield works really well as faces, and I don't think there was any guarantee that it was gonna, but I think it's certainly doing a good job. Bray Wyatt should be making short fucking work of Heath Slater. I mean, Roman was already getting super over. Seth's offense it's hard not to pop for it. Ambrose, I think, was the hardest sell, but he's just so fucking cool, so people got into him. I thought his promo on Main Event was super funny. What is that? I don't know what to call that. Like a top chin lock, I guess. Will Heath Slater be the first person to tap to just a regular chin lock? No.